you break into a sweat with even the thought of having company? I'm here to help. After trying just a few of my hosting tips, you'll be more than ready to say, come on over. I've been hearing from you, my viewers, about the many confusing terms in cooking. In fact, I've heard from so many of you on so many different terms that we're going to break this show into 3 different episodes. And we're going to start with something pretty basic that you see in stovetop cooking, and that is browning. Now, you may see many different words for browning, and these include sear, brown, braise, saute, fry, or caramelize. Now, they all kind of mean the same type of stovetop cooking, and that would be using a heavy pan like this, usually a larger one, that you're using with oil or some kind of butter or some kind of fat in order to brown your meat or vegetables. But they're not exactly the same. So let's go through those. All right. If you're going to brown something, and that will generally be ground beef or ground turkey. In fact, I browned ground turkey in the chili recipe, and we'll throw that link down below. What you're doing is you're removing some of the fat from the meat, and you're actually turning that meat brown. You might be cooking it all the way through, or you might be mostly cooking it, and then it's going into, say, a stew or a chili and finishing cooking on the inside. That's browning. That's a very basic term. But when you sear something, which is what you really want a heavy pan for, what you're doing is you're getting a nice brown crust on just the outside. So you're not cooking it all the way through. You are just getting the outside, the top and the bottom, and the sides even, a nice crusty brown. And sometimes you'll use salt and pepper with that. But in fact, I usually do. And I did demonstrate that for you on an earlier episode where I seared a roast for the Mississippi pot roast that went into the crock pot. So we'll link that below for you too. So those 2 things I have already demonstrated. Now let's talk about things I might not have demonstrated for you. And one of them is frying. Now, fry pan, pretty simple tool. You may all have this in your kitchen. You might use it as a weapon.
I will use this.
Or you might just use it to fry. But when you're frying, you are cooking something all the way through. Think of frying an egg, right? So you crack your egg in here in some kind of fat, butter, bacon grease, maybe oil, and you are frying it to finish it. So you notice that the white part finishes. You might flip it to do an over easy egg or even a fully fried egg. It gets nice and crisp on the outside, and then it is cooked as fully as you want it to, but it's certainly not raw, and it certainly does not need to be cooked any more than you want it. So frying is pretty straightforward in that way. Okay, then we have sauteing. Now sauteing is like frying. You usually will see saute though with vegetables or meat. And for meat, you're looking at different levels of cooking your meat all the way through. And when I say all the way through, I mean to the level that you want. So you might want rare, medium rare, or well done, or medium well. Whatever you like, once you pull it out of that pan, it is done. You're going to eat it. Saute and fry, very much equal in your goal of getting it onto the plate. All right, let's look at our next one. Braising. So braising is tricky, and this is where people have some confusion, and I've actually had some confusion about this too. The best way I can describe it to you is that you are partially cooking something, like say that you want to then go into a sauce or even the crock pot. So when you are braising, you're combining both a dry and a wet method, meaning that you are browning or braising that meat to get a sear or a seal on the meat that you're then going to put into liquid like a stew or even a crock pot meal. So you're getting that nice crust to then transfer it elsewhere. Braising is usually done with a low heat and cooking all the way through. So you could sear in this kind of vessel, put your lid over it, put it right into the oven in a low heat and finish it off. So it's not done when you sear, it's done as you braise in a lower temperature. And I know some of this is confusing, and I even have to look it up sometimes and say, what do you really mean? So it's okay if I'm throwing a lot of these at you and you're like, now wait a minute. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. Just keep that in mind. Okay, then our last one, caramelizing. So caramelizing comes from a way of cooking something until it gets to a rich brown color that looks like caramel. So it's really more about the color than it is anything else. You will most often see caramelizing with vegetables, particularly onions. If you take sliced onions and you put them into a pan like this, or even, it doesn't have to be this heavy, it could just be a frying pan that's less enamel, less hardcore than this.
No, you're not hardcore. Unless you live hardcore.
And you put it in with an oil or a fat, and you keep stirring it, and your white or yellow onion goes from a white or a yellow, and it keeps getting richer and richer in color. What that's doing is it's heating it and taking those sugars that are naturally in vegetables and meats, and it's turning them into this beautiful caramel color. And when you do that, you are adding a tremendous level of flavor to that vegetable or meat at the same time. Now, all of these terms involve a high heat or a medium high heat. So what's the difference between medium high heat and high heat? Well, high heat is like all the way as high as that heat is going to go. I tend not to use that setting because it makes fat smoke and burn. So I am generally leaning towards more of a medium high heat. If you have an electric stove, you will see the markings on there of low, then you'll see medium, so it's halfway between there for medium and low, and then medium and high, and right in that sweet spot there, like if we were on a clock, it'd be between 6 and 9 o'clock. So that would be more like, 7:30, 8 o'clock. If you're using a gas stove, you do not want that flame to be licking at the sides of the pan. You want it more under the pan and kind of to the edge and contained right under the pan. That is a medium-high heat, and that's where you want to be for these terms. Lots of terms basically meaning larger pan, some sort of fat, a butter, an oil, with a meat or a vegetable in there and getting it to the level you need it to either transfer it to its next stage or to put it on the plate and eat it right away. Try out these terms, and if I were you, I'd find a new recipe that used one of those terms that maybe you aren't so familiar with and just give it a go. Because any type of vegetable or meat in a fat, let me tell you, that's going to be a beautiful thing. Mississippi crock pot roast, Mississippi pot roast in the crock pot. That's why it's hard to say.
Come on over. Now go make someone feel special today.